I think it's going live. I have no idea what it's doing. Okay, it says meeting is now streaming on YouTube, so that means I actually hit the right button. All right, so now I'm going to record. This meeting is being recorded. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here today. If you do not know me, I am Dana, and I run AI Writing Easy as Fuck for Authors. And it's actually not as easy as everyone seems to think it is. It's definitely not a click and go type system. But what we are working at right now, holy Christmas, there's 33 of you in here. What we are working on right now is we are planning for our holiday Q4 book writing, right? I mean, I love holiday books. I don't know about you, but I do. I like writing them. I like having fun with them. I think it's a blast. I'm trying to see something right now. If I can actually see it. There we go. Okay, that way I can. No, I want to actually see it so that I can see comments on it. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Close. In case there are comments over on YouTube, because I do not have YouTube. So, yeah, I mean, holiday books are read year round. There is no specific thing that says, oh my gosh, I can only read a holiday book during holiday season. So I actually sell quite a few during this time of year. I think it's the fact that it's 100 and something degrees outside and we're hot. So we're sitting inside because honestly, right now it's close to 105 here. And at least that's what it supposedly feels like. And we're about to get a heat wave. So it's kind of one of those things that, okay, let's go ahead and do something. And I think that people want to get cooler. At least that's my theory on it. But there is nothing that says they only sell during the holiday season. So, but they're a great thing to have during the holiday season because of this sort of thing. So, what we're going to do today, let's see, close. Okay. What we're going to do today is we are going to discuss how to plan for it. And we have a challenge coming up, and I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of the classroom and what's going on in there and what's going to happen in there. And let me find the classroom so I can actually start on that. There we go. And then let me do screen sharing because you guys aren't here to see me. You really aren't. Let's see. We want to share. Yes, I know that. Hey, R2D2's in the room. That's like so awesome. I love it. I like the names you guys are coming up with. Okay, hold on. Chrome tab, and I want this. So inside of the school group is our holiday challenge, and this is where we're going to do. This will be dropping on Sunday. This is going to give you your day 0. Now you're going to have a whole bunch of things in here, and they're all going to drop a little bit differently. But you can see you've got day 1, day 2, day 3, and this all starts on Monday, guys. Okay, Monday we start doing this. So day 0, you get set up, and we're going to go through all of this. There is a tracker, which is a Google sheet to help you out on some of this. And each day that there is something, there's also going to be a daily check-in post, which will, if you don't want to hang out in the community, that's totally fine. You can totally just come into the classroom and go down and post if you want to. If you don't want to, it's okay. I'm not gonna like freak out over that sort of thing. And they're going to be here, but you have a genre cheat sheet. And again, this will all be going up on Sunday. This start here one, because it starts on Monday. Day 1 is Monday. But here's your genre cheat sheet. Your holiday does not need to be Halloween, even though we are doing a Halloween one. Why? Because it's the first one that's really coming up, which is October 31st. And I personally think that your book should be out in mid-September by then for that. And we're going to kind of discuss how you want to do this, what you want to do, and go through all. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff. Now, don't forget, there is a outline builder plugin that comes free with this that allows you to go ahead and build it no matter which genre. It's completely, I don't know, genre centric. It doesn't matter what genre it is, it can do anything. If you do have one of the specific ones, feel free to use that. Just tell it when you start it that you want to do a holiday based one. For example, I am doing one, believe it or not, I'm doing one that I wasn't expecting, but I got it in my head and now it can't leave. It's a thriller and horror, so I mixed the two together to create one that will hopefully work. I haven't tried it yet. It's actually running on my laptop right now to see if I like the thought process that it's going through. So it's writing Act 1 so I can read it. But it tells you exactly how to use it, and it tells you all of this stuff. So you guys will get access to this. It will start on Sunday, and then all of this stuff will start dropping on each day. Now, each day that something starts dropping, it is going to, it's when I wake up. Just to give you a heads up, I know that there's some of you all around the world, but I had to kind of do a little bit of thinking on this one. And I was like, I'm up every day before 6 a.m. So when I get up and I get the coffee and the coffee is made, and then Bugsy is happy because he's eaten, and then he goes back to sleep. I mean, who doesn't want that type of a life? But then I will do where you see day one, it will go ahead and drop. So that's kind of how it works. But now let's go ahead and discuss about planning how you want to do your quarter three or quarter four. Quarter four. All right. Let's go ahead and share window. This one, share, present. Look, I did it and it made it so pretty. Plan your holiday book season, Halloween book season. I did say Halloween because this was designed to be Halloween so that we can do this multiple times and we can do it again. This is once it is open to, and I have the whole thing done and we've gone through the first 14 days, this will be recurring. You guys can do it as many times as you want. You can use it as many times as you want. It's completely you. The first time it's just going to be guided. Hopefully that will kind of help people go through it and learn how to use it. And some of it's actually even learning some of the plugins and how they work. Now, what we'll cover is why Halloween books are worth your time, and you can replace the word Halloween with holiday books, the lead time math, writing now for an October release, and introducing the first draft challenge. I kind of already did that, and how to join and what is free. By the way, the entire thing is free. The group is $5 for the month. So you would have to pay for the $5 after 7 days. If you decide to cancel after that, then you're fine. I'm not going to hold it over your head, but it is the $5. And the $5 to join the group is actually more of a safety thing for our authors, for my people. You are my people, and it's one of those things. We were getting a lot of people coming in and telling us that they could sell us the world for a dollar. You know, the number of DMs that I was even getting asking me if I wanted to buy their services was absolutely crazy. And so this is just the $5 is just kind of a hey, you know, whatever. But there are options above that, but it is $5. So, but you're not required to do that. If you decide after 7 days that it's not for you, that's absolutely fine. Halloween books work in every genre. Believe it or not, it does. So you have romance, your small town Halloween masquerade romances, your whatever, we all know them. Think Hallmark. Um, you're just centering it around Halloween for some reason. Cozy mystery, duh. Um, Someone can always die on Halloween. There can be a murder mystery. There can be anything happening. There can be, I mean, I always think of Clue. I don't know. It's one of those things I've always thought Clue. Um, is publishing included? Do you mean such as this was a question that was posted in the chat? Is publishing included? Is that how to publish the book? If so, yes, we can definitely help you figure that one out. Halloween books are fantasy, All Hallows Eve, all of these things. We've all seen it. Urban fantasies, whatever. Thriller, we all know those. We've got the Halloween trick or treat night gone wrong. We've got all of these wonderful things. There's even nonfiction, Halloween party and costume planning guides. Believe it or not, yes, you can do that. And yes, they would still sell, especially short ones for nonfiction in that area. Um, they actually work very well. Um, Also, for my nonfiction people um, who want low content, believe it or not, coloring pages on Etsy do did very well for me when I had my store up during this time of year. I don't know why. Then you have your fairy tale retellings. You can go back in time. You can go back and do a historical romance with it. I mean, think about all of the things that are around that had to do with people dressing up. I mean, that's the whole thing. You can do it in different locations. You can do it wherever. Halloween is pretty much area and whatever it can work wherever you would like it to be. That's kind of the fun of it. It's not specific. Um, and it could just be that it just happens to be that the town that they're in celebrates it. Seriously, that's all it could. I have one thing, there's absolute one of my books has nothing to do specifically with Halloween except for the town is in Halloween. And it sells every year around this time. Now, granted, I like my cover on it, but that's whatever. So, why do we start planning in July? Because it gives us time. We need time. By mid July, we should have a draft, mid to late July. August, we're doing the dreaded editing. None of us enjoy editing. Um, I work these a little bit different than quite a few people. This is the traditional way of doing it. This is not necessarily the Dana way of doing it. The Dana way is, ooh, I've come up with an idea. Let me come up with like 50 million different covers before I actually start writing, because if I want to, then I can go ahead and finish. And if I don't want to, then I won't. But I made pretty covers and that's what I do. So I don't know if anyone else does that. I do the whole cover thing and then I get lost and I'm like, oh, look. And I've done 50 pretty covers and I have the name of the book and I know my pen name. I knew that. So that was fun. Yeah. So covers are the fun part. And that's probably my favorite part of it. So I don't wait until September to do the cover and formatting. It's really nowadays it's Atticus. You can even ask Claude to format it as an EPUB. I mean, just ask it to deliver it to you as an EPUB, and guess what? It will. Don't ask me how he knows that, but he does. He knows how to do it. Um, don't tell me to stop doing piddly shit. That's my line, and I tell you all to do that. That does not. It's more do as I say, not necessarily as I do. Um, yeah, go back to bebopping, be booping. Yeah, the Claude will do very well with some of it. So, enjoy it, have fun, see how it does, and if it works for you, go for it. I still use Vellum, but he has made EPUBs. I publish anything for October. I publish it at the end of September. I try to do it between September 23rd and whatever the last day of the month is. So, that sort of thing is what you want to do. That's what you're planning for. Now, for the rest of the holidays, same timeline, just move it a few weeks. Okay? Just move it by a few weeks. Now, I'm also one of these people who will do like a ton of books and have them going, and then it's just like I'll start planning to publish them. Um, I just have to remind myself to do it. So, make sure that you do actually hit the publish button on Amazon. I've forgotten to do that because I did. I didn't have pre-orders, and so I forgot to hit publish button. So that sort of thing. So there's a lot of holidays, guys, coming up. Okay, and I'll discuss that in just a second. Picking your holiday book hook. There's a genre cheat sheet. It's included. It will drop on Sunday. Okay, which holiday trope? And it's not necessarily what fits your pen name. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. You all know that I have absolutely no problem with you guys having 50 million pen names. I think that we all need alter egos, and I think that we need a support group. And we can consider this our support group because I don't know anyone in here that will say, nah, you don't need any more pen names. Um, like, for example, I came up with an idea. It was 1 o'clock in the morning the other night. I woke up and I was like, ooh. And I said, I wanted to do this. We are very much enablers. Um, but I said, I wanted to do this idea. So I'm sitting there with Claude and I'm on dispatch and I'm like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying not to like shine bright in the bedroom so that Joe doesn't wake up and go, what the hell are you doing, woman? But, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, ooh, I have this idea. And guys, I don't write um, like thrillers, horror stuff. I don't write it, but that's what it is. I don't write that. I don't have a pen name for it. I don't know what to do with it, but I'm hoping it's really good because I really liked it. And you're not going to believe this one. I know. Claude made it into a series. I know. Claude never wants to make stuff into a series. Actually, if you're new to doing this, he wants to make everything into a series. And at least he only said 3 books. I think I would have probably had a heart attack if he had said 5. So I'm actually kind of excited about it, and I'm really hoping it works. And so think about what you want. Think about what you like. Think about what you like during these seasons. What do you like during fall? I do not like pumpkin spice lattes. I don't like them. I don't like them. I do not like them. However, everyone else in the damn world seems to. I mean, they've got their Uggs, their pumpkin spice latte, the leaves. I do miss the leaves. I miss the leaves turning, but that sort of thing. So I don't like it. So I don't ever have the pumpkin spice latte thing in my stories. I think sometimes it would be instead of pumpkin spice latte. I honestly think it should be pumpkin spice latte versus peppermint mochas. So, hey, you can have your Uggs. That's fine, you know. Um, so then what makes your take on it feel fresh? It doesn't, and I'm going to be quite honest with you, it doesn't really need to feel that fresh. I mean, Holy Christmas, go watch the Hallmark Channel for 2 hours. You'll be watching the same show over and over again, and you'll get the same feels over and over again, right? So the question came up, do you research your competitors' holiday books for your genre? No. Claude does it for you. Claude will be more than happy to do that for you. He tries to do it for me every single time. Um, but it's funny because no, I don't do it. I don't do a lot of competitor research. I think that I have a lot of competitor research in my head from the number of books that I read and have read. Like there are books out there that I absolutely love that have stuck with me for years. You know, and those type of books are the books that I like to kind of follow, not necessarily emulate, but I want the feeling from it, from the books that I actually care about that I write. And some of you know that I do test books that aren't necessarily, will this work? Can I pull this off? And that doesn't always happen. So my concept is, I don't even know how many books there are on Amazon. If someone wants to post that number, that's fine. But I'm going to say that there's got to be at least 1 billion books on Amazon, right? I look at their covers, though. If I want to look at the covers for the year, for last year, what's coming out, what's working in this genre, and kind of play off of that. I'm not going to look at what are they writing. I might look at some of the hooks if I'm stuck. But really, I feel that my ideas are my ideas, and I kind of want to keep it that way. And I don't want to be necessarily, well, you took this person's concept. No, I didn't. I read 300 books a year. If you want to tell me that I don't have, I can remember some of the books, can't remember some of the books. The ones that I remember, though, are the ones that I actually stick with. So, I mean, or you could be like Joe. When you see the cheat sheet, grab whatever you feel like and mash it together. I'm pretty sure that if I gave him that cheat sheet, I don't even want to know what we would have come out of this week for the codex and outline drops. I really don't. I'm not giving it to him. Carrie, don't give it to him. So you can do this. It says it right here. Check current comps in your category. They aren't, if unless they've been published recently, they aren't necessarily current. So skim reader reviews for what they want more of. I find that, dude, I could go with that one. Pumpkins getting revenge on pumpkin spice latte drinkers. I could totally go with that. Skim reader reviews for what they want more of. I'm going to tell you what, though. So 90% of when I do research and actually do research is on Facebook groups for the stuff that I am. I would like to see that, by the way. If someone could please do that one, I would really like it. That would totally amuse me. But I actually go into reader groups. I don't go on Amazon to look at the reviews, or God forbid Goodreads, because again, if you know me, I think Goodreads reviewers are like the bane of existence. I really, they have no filters, and I think some of them just need to do something else other than write reviews, because some of them are like longer than the book. The biggest thing to do, I will go along with number 3 here. Confirm the keyword or category actually exists in Amazon. Figure out the keywords, okay? This is like big. Your metadata is going to be huge. Why? Because most of you know, I do not spend money on ads for my books. I get paid because I studied the metadata and I studied the keywords that are working. I mean, okay, I want you guys to think about something though, okay? There's the movie. Please don't go look it up. But the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I mean, come on. That is a cult classic movie. So, yeah, oh my gosh, we're not even going to go we're not going to go there. Yeah, and they made it too. I don't use Publisher Rocket. Why? And it's more because I don't, I think I have it. I do have it. But I actually use Chat for my keyword research. Chat, for some reason, seems to be better for keyword research and category research. Claude seems to be very cut and dry. This is what it should be, blah, 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 blah. No. Chat's like, oh, let's try these. So, yeah, but Chat gives some really strange ones, but make sure that you're giving it exactly what it wants. I give it actually the whole thing plus the premise, so it stays kind of on track. But he gives me better blurbs and he gives me better things, and I'll even tell them, I'm like, I said, I do not want to advertise. I need the cover to be awesome, and I need this to be awesome. Um, Publisher Rocket is wonderful. I just do not use it. Klytics, if you have certain levels in there, I guess we get like a sheet, a Excel spreadsheet of keywords and stuff that are being used, and I use that quite a bit as well. I download that whenever it's available. So Klytics is like my ultimate. And then I actually, there is certain types of API access into Amazon to do research. And it was brought to my attention last night. I love coffee chats now. It was brought to my attention last night, though, about the ad library in on Facebook. Did everyone know that that was there, and everyone kept it a secret from me because you didn't want me to know about this? If you guys knew about this, I'm really going to be upset. I did not know that there was an ad library on Facebook where you can find ads for all of it. No, we do pumpkins. We do peppermint mochas. Yes. You can look up other people's ads. You can see what's been working. I know, right? This like totally blew my mind. But what it's not necessarily okay, you can spy, yes, but you can look at not necessarily their funnel, but find out if that person's been running an ad. Like one of the ones that I tested it with this morning, that person's been running the same ad for 2 years. 2 years. If they've been paying Facebook money and they've been paying it for 2 years, I guarantee you. By the way, guys, this is free. This is just Google it. I'll put it up in the group, though. I'll put the link up in the group. And I will tell you that the niche finder thingy that's coming out, I incorporated that this morning with my 10% left of Claude until Sunday. But if they've been watching this, if they've had this ad up for 2 years and it's still running, don't you think it's working? At least I hope they're not throwing that much money away, because that's a lot of money. I mean, it just is. So it was very interesting to go look. It's a rabbit hole that everyone else should go down, because I don't always want to go down it. All right. So the idea to your finished draft is going to be 2 weeks. Okay. About an hour and a half a day. It's not that bad, is it? If you have to double up days, and some of you, this will not take an hour and a half a day. So yeah, but you can, a lot of people, it's just different. I mean, you're looking for the hooks. You're not necessarily looking for other stuff or who it is. No, this is 14 days for one book. This is going to be slower than some of us work, and that's fine. And that's why I did it this way. I'm doing mine as a series, and I'll explain my series in a moment, because I'm being special. So this is what you're going to do. A little prep, and then it's all writing. Grab your tracker sheet, choose your AI tool. Free tiers will work fine for this. The only thing a free tier will not work fine for is the plugin that's coming with it. And I think on day 8, there will be a writing plugin added that will match it. And that one is for free. It will be in the group. Set up one workspace for everything within whichever one you're going to use, and block your time daily if you do time blocking. I used to teach time blocking, and that was another do as I say, not as I do, because I totally understand it and I color code everything. If you guys saw my Google Calendar ever, it's actually totally color coded. So there is that. What we're going to do. Day 1, you're going to pick your genre and find your market. Day 2, you're going to nail it down. In other words, you're going to come up with your premise, everything else. Day 3, we're going to build your characters. Day 4, we're going to plot what's going to happen. It's going to be space by space. Then you're going to write your chapter outline on day 5. That's your first 5 days. Trope cheat sheet, outline builder, and the 14-day tracker. With the bonus on day 8, which was something I threw in after I did this beautiful thing to keep me on track, is the actual author plugin that will come with it. Now, accountability that actually works. I want you to post I would appreciate it if you would post your daily progress in the community with the hashtag below. Pre-written templates are included. So all you have to do is copy it and fill in the blanks, and then just do that. It's also going to be tagged. That way it's kind of encouraging for people. And just for you people that are like at the lower levels or don't want to participate, it's really okay. You don't have to. I'm not saying, oh my gosh, this is a requirement, I'm going to kick you out if you don't. No, I don't do anything like that. But for people that want to level up because they want to join me for a coffee chat or something like that, then knock yourself out. This definitely will push you over that. I think in one group I went from a level 2 to a level 4 today just by writing a comment and then talking about the comment in it. It was really kind of weird. So you need an idea to start an AI tool in 1.5 hours a day or a half an hour a day. Whatever you can do it. It doesn't have to be all at once either. If you have 30 minutes before coffee, 30 minutes after coffee, okay, nothing should be happening before coffee, but you get the idea. So I know a lot of you are coming in from the group, but there's also people that are going to be seeing this. As of today, we have 960 people in the group. I think that I have totaled it to close to 75 plugins. And there are courses that take you from everything with us. So this is kind of the group. It's all wrapped up into one. I did an intro video today to talk a little bit about myself so that you guys know who I am. It's honestly, the people in this group make this so worth it. So the ways to join, and I'm doing this as well because whatever, and then I'm going to talk about what we're going to do. Okay. So $5 a month, boom. That's what it costs to be in here. It's a free trial for any of the levels. 47 gives you full membership access, plus it gives you, there's nothing, whatever. It gives you all the prompt packs. So if you can't use the plugins, then you do that. The VIP includes the plugins. They're not necessarily dripped anymore. Now you get to pick which ones you want. And then if you need more for that month, then they're 50% off. Or you can just go buy them all. It's up to you. Or you don't have to use them at all. I have some people, they build their own and it's absolutely fine. I don't hold it against you at all. You're there. So the challenges this week, this is the link. I'll put it in the thingy. And then let me tell you what I'm going to do while I leave this screen up. So we have multiple holidays coming up. Plain and simple. We have Halloween. We have Harvest/Thanksgiving. We have Festival of Lights/Hanukkah/Kwanzaa/Christmas. Yeah, you guys get my drift here. Then we have New Year's. That's just happening within October, November, and December. And this is why by January, we're all exhausted, right? Because we've had holiday after holiday. So instead of doing just one book and just doing one thing, instead, go away, Carrie. We are not talking about marrow and we are not talking about fungus. She's discussing Joe's concepts for his Beer 30 drops on codexes. So, but he is definitely a Halloween lover. But my series is actually 5 books that I have set up to write during this, not the whole 14 days. It's actually going to start with Halloween. It's all in the same town. I have one. This is for my main one that will do. So this will be a paranormal rom-com because I like paranormal stuff because I think it's fun and I can make the rules. It's my thing. I would make these short. The question is how many words typically for a holiday book? How much time do you have during the holiday season? This is how I was discussing it this morning. How much time do we have? If every single one of my kids decided to actually show up, there's 5 kids, 4 hours, and or 4 grandkids, 4 hours, 5 kids, 4 grandkids. I have no time. Yeah, so I do shorter novellas. I mean, mine are usually no more, hopefully, than 30,000 words. If it is, I've gotten too wordy. I do try to keep them between 20 to 25. That's mine. These are quick reads. I don't want something to hang over them, but I'm also going to want to release everything quickly. And I can do novellas quickly, a lot quicker than I can, a 50 to 60,000 word book. So I try to keep them a little bit shorter because if my whole family was to show up, I would have no time to read. And the only time I actually do read most of the time is actually at night, right before I go to bed. And the holiday season is exhausting enough as it is. Remember what our job is? Our job is to help someone escape for just a few minutes. And within that escape, you don't want them to feel stressed. You don't, this is how I look at it. Now, this is also the person that's going to be writing a horror thriller, which I'm hoping will keep someone on the edge of their seat. So I'm hoping it's going to be the book that they don't want to put down. And so that one will make them stay up all night. But at the same time, my Christmas ones, my rom-com ones, they're a lot shorter. And the reason why is because I really want someone just to relax, enjoy it, giggle, and go to sleep. Or relax, giggle, and go do whatever they're going to do. Right? It's just a feel good, feel quick, feel good, be happy. Something that just releases that stress. And that's honestly my goal for most of these. And that's mostly for the harvest, Thanksgiving through New Year's. Halloween, I think all bets are off. You can do whatever you want to. You can make it a longer one. It really just depends on the genre itself. A thriller is going to be a little bit longer than a rom-com. I actually got yelled at by Claude today because one of my cozy mysteries went to hold me back 50,000 words. I mean, the first 3 were 42. I don't know why the other 8,000 words are like making him have a heart attack, but it did. It made him really, really like write like 6 paragraphs. I think he's also trying to use my last 10% of usage before Sunday. But that sort of thing. So decide based on your genre of what you want and decide based on what you want the feeling to be. My rom-coms, paranormal rom-coms, I want them to be quick, I want them to be fun, I want them to be quirky, and I want them to make people laugh and go to sleep, pretty much. The horror thriller that I'm doing for Halloween, I want them to need to read the next book. Like, and we know that feeling. I've done that. There's one book, I don't know if you guys have ever if you guys have ever read The Butterfly Garden. I don't even know the author. But it was a very good book. Not everyone liked it, but I can still see the images in my head. Yeah, that book, The second one was awful. Yes, it was a serial killer romance. And I'm not going to go into the entire subject because you need to read it. If you like that sort of thing. Book 2, and I think that there's a book 3. Book 2 was kind of like so I didn't bother past that. But the first book, I got it when it was one of the first ones I grabbed from Amazon first. So it was free to buy, I guess, if you were a Prime member, something like that. I have no idea. I ended up with the book. And I read it and I could not put it down. I needed to know what happened at the end of every single chapter. And I can still see all the imagery today. That is a longer book. I stayed up until gosh knows what time, right? Yes. Thank you. Dot Hutchinson wrote it. I can never remember. I don't remember author. There's only a couple author names I actually remember that I actually really, really follow. But that was an amazing feel for the book, right? Bugsy's about to bark. So that's because Walmart came to deliver stuff. And they have to open the door. So, that wasn't much barking. Alrighty. But so when you think about what you want, think about the feelings that you want to make the reader feel. How do you want them to think about it? How do you want them to remember it? I mean, that book was just creepy. And like I said, I can still picture it. And I can imagine walking through this house, that person's house too. But there's a lot of genres that are like that. And I can also tell you movies. If you're looking at a thriller movie, I will tell you my history a little bit. So, who remembers the Blair Witch Project? I'm sure everyone knows what it is, at least has an idea about it. So, with the Blair Witch Project, if you remember the time that we were in, the internet wasn't there unless you I won't ruin it for you. I will not give out spoilers. Yeah, it was a lot of running around and screaming. However, I want you to imagine that you didn't know it was not real. And yes, I live around the area and I know people who actually were on it now. But it's that I didn't know it wasn't real as Joe and I were watching it. So as that was happening, just to make things fun, he goes, okay, see ya. It's 11 o'clock at night. He had to go to bed. He had to go to work. So here I am in the house by myself, just sitting there like this at the end of the movie. Okay. Now you're talking about someone who's been reading Stephen King since she was 8 years old. I mean, I'm used to this sort of thing, right? I mean, Cujo, the whatever, all of this stuff. And I'm just sitting there going, oh my gosh, I stayed up the entire night. There was no Googling on the internet to find out if it was actually real. I mean, there was none of that. So that was the feeling. That was the feeling. I don't allow the movie in my house anymore because they just make fun of me at this point. But, it took quite a bit. And I had 2 small kids in the house and everything else. I was absolutely exhausted. And when Joe came home the next morning, he's like, "What is your problem?" I'm like, and he didn't get it. But he's also the one that watched Jaws when he was like 7, something like that, whenever it came out in the theater. So he's been like that forever. But these sort of things. So what feeling are you looking for is going to dictate how long you want the yeah, we don't discuss AOL chat forums. But that's going to dictate how long your book is, getting back to yours. getting back to your question as I totally get off track, but that sort of thing. So that's what you want to do. You want to go ahead, plan it, figure out what the feel is that you want the person to have. I mean, I've read some of your books, Christine, and you know how to do that, no problem. You've got that one down in a heartbeat. Um, but they might just be shorter than the usual books that you write, is what I'm thinking. And that can be fun. So it could be something completely different. So think about that. And that's going to decide, especially since we're trying to get this. Now, remember, you are not necessarily publishing in 14 days. We're trying to get you to a first draft. And I think what a lot of people think with any type of AI system is that we just click buttons and we go. And you guys know that I've done that with some, and some of them have worked really well, and some of them really suck, and that's okay. Um, my earlier stuff sucked. It's taken 3 years to get prompting correct. And then Claude goes out the window. But we put a lot of work into it past that. This is to get us to a first draft. You are hiring your ghostwriter. For the people who haven't done this before, who this is completely new for, don't look at AI as the one that's going to be giving you your completed Nobel Peace Prize novel. It's not going to do that for you. What it's going to do is it's going to guide you. It's going to use the systems that it has in place, what it has learned, it's learned from you, and everything else that it has in its background. And it's going to produce pretty much, if you give it shit, it's going to give you shit out. So we're going to stop that. But at the end of it, you still learn how to edit. You still learn how to do all of this stuff, and you're incorporating the other pieces within it. And then I make the cover at the front, but you can do it whenever. So to give you an idea. So does anyone look, thanks for spending your hour with us. This is actually kind of funny. I get amused by that. And I like the little bat I put down here. It's like some random bat and some random ghost. But does anyone have any questions? I think I've answered some of them as we've gone through. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah, we don't discuss editing. Editing is like, ugh. Yay. This will be fun. This will definitely be fun for you because this is fun for me. This is one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, this one will be fun. But does anyone have any questions? All right, guys. So if you're ready, we will go ahead and get started. Yes, go think about your genres. You can wait until Sunday to see if I threw out some genres you didn't really think of and trope concepts that you might think of. And again, I promise not to hand them to Joe. But as a quick thing, also this weekend is a drop weekend. If you are kind of stuck, what a drop weekend is I have a lot of ideas in my head. And so what happens is that I create a story Bible, which I call a codex, and an outline. Yep, you can do this all on the first paid tier for the $5. This is all there, and it will stay there too. So you can continue to repeat it. I don't know what the help thing is. I probably asked for that. But anyway, so with the codexes and outlines, this weekend, some of them are going to mix in some holiday stuff if you need some ideas. If you want to pick up a codex, that's fine. It's not required. It's also a great place to look at ideas. Just know that when they drop, they are only live for 2 hours. So when someone buys it, of course, because only one person can buy it. So, interesting, because my link was different. That's why I was confused on that. It tells me here it's a help thing. So, cool. Face broke makes sense. Oh, I read it as face broke. So does anyone have any questions about how this is going to work? It is all within the first tier. You do not need to be a premium or VIP to do this. It is all within the $5, as I explained at the very beginning of this as well. The $5 just kind of helps us keep out some of the spammers and scammers. So it can kind of help us protect everyone inside the group. Yeah, and you'll get a plugin. So if you can use it, but the prompts will be there as well too. So if you can't use Cowork or you can't use Codex, which is ChatGPT's version, then you'll get prompts to walk you through everything as well. All right, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. This has been yes, you can do a Christmas book. That's fine. You can hold off and do a Christmas book. I have some people that are doing Christmas books now. I'm doing a Christmas book. You do whatever you want. This is not I don't hold anything against anyone for where they want to do it. So you're all good. Yay! I have someone that's doing like a mashup. I don't even want to know what they created their own. I mean, they created their own holiday. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, mash it up. Have some fun with it. I mean, and it's not I'm going to be quite honest with you. For some people, honestly, since this is going to be their first rodeo with doing it like this, and it's the first time I'm running something like this, it's not required that you hit publish. If you don't like it, trash it. We won't discuss how many books I have that I don't publish because I don't like them. I like the concept. I don't like how I did it. But definitely just have fun with this. Oops. All right, guys. Somewhere, I don't know, I lost where I was. There we go. We are not doing, okay, fine. You guys, if you guys want, I think that we need a pumpkin spice latte versus peppermint mocha. So if anyone would like to join in on that, we can throw that in the mix and we can have that for like a, very good. Yes. The last pumpkin spice latte. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we've started something and I'm not sure we should have. But yeah, we definitely have some fun with this. I mean, holidays are fun. Keep it fun. All right. There's no need for you to have it as, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be whatever. So yeah, have fun with this whole thing. All right, guys. Let's go have fun with it. You see, I've got antlers. I hope everyone else has antlers. All right. And we will talk to you later. Have a wonderful day. Thank you all for coming. And if you are on YouTube, thank you and all of that wonderful stuff.